Hi, algebra students. Today we'll be looking at step functions. A step function looks exactly like it sounds. It looks like steps. All right, so here's our first example. The table below lists the total cost for parking for a period of time on a street in Albany, New York. The total cost is for any length of time up to and including the hours parked. For example, parking for up to and including 1 hour would cost $1.25. Parking for 3.5 hours would cost $5.75. Graph the step function that represents the cost for the number of hours parked. All right, so as it says, up to and including 1 hour, so like basically 0 to 1, costs $1.25. And we use inequality symbols to help us do this. So obviously, if you park for 0 hours, you're not going to be charged any money. But we want to show that indicated as 0 and $1.25, but that it wouldn't be billed yet. And then as soon as we pass the 0 mark, say we're at like 5 seconds, we're charged $1.25 up until an hour. So at 0, we know there's no cost. That's why we put an open circle. But then that whole rest of that line indicates that we'll be billed $1.25 for anywhere between 0 and 1 hours, including the 1 hour. That's why there's a solid circle there. Then once we jump to between 1 and 2, we go up to 250. So we put an open circle at 250. And then as soon as we pass that 1 hour mark, we're charged 250 up until 2 hours. Then from 2 to 3, we're charged $4. So now we go up to 4 with an open circle, and we draw our step with a closed circle until 3. Then 3 to 4 would be an open circle at $5.75, which is between the 5.50 and the 6, until the 4-hour mark. Then 4 to 5 would be $7.75, so an open circle at $7.75 until the 5-hour mark. And then 5 to 6 would be an open circle at 10 with a closed circle at 6. So here is what our step function always looks like. Notice that it's always an open circle over a closed circle, and it could be vice versa, but you will never have a closed circle over a closed circle or an open circle over an open circle because we don't want a gap in how the step function is working. So we could also now talk about how this is increasing each time. So you would notice that here from the 1 to 2 hour mark, it went up $1.25. Then from the 2 to 3 hour mark, it went up $1.50. And then from the 2 to 3 hour mark, it went up $1.75. From the 3 to 4 hour mark, it went up $2. And the 4 to 5 hour mark, it went up 2.25. So for every additional hour that you're parked there, you're getting charged 25 cents more. All right, so hopefully that's not too confusing. It has showed up on the Regents before, so I got to make sure that you've seen it so that you're ready for it just in case. So now for this one, we have cell phone companies charge by the minute, not by the second. A cell phone company charges 45 cents for up to a minute and includes that fraction for every next minute. So for example, if you were to make a phone call for 30 seconds, you'd be charged 45 cents. If you were to make a phone call for a minute and 30 seconds, you would be charged 90 cents and so on. So let's see what this looks like on our graph. So here we have 0 and minutes on the bottom, so I'm going to space it out just to make it easier to graph. And since our y-axis cost is in multiples of 45 cents, I'm going to write multiples of or that it's going up by 45 cents. So this would be 90, and going up with that would be 135, and then it would be another 45 would be 180, and another 45 would be 225, and another 45 would be 40 would be 65, so 270, and another 45 would be 315, and one more would be 360. All right, so again, 0 minutes is going to cost you $0. But as soon as you start calling for more than 0 minutes, say 30 seconds, you're going to be charged 45 cents up to the point that you have a whole minute of phone calls. Then once you get past that 1 minute, we jump to 90 cents, and that goes until 2 minutes. Then once we go past 2 minutes, we go to $1.35 until 3 minutes. Once we pass 3 minutes, we go to $1.80 until 4 minutes. Once we pass 4 minutes, we go to $2.25 until 5 minutes. Once we pass 5 minutes, we go to $2.70 until 6 minutes. Once we pass 6 minutes, we go to $3.15 until 7 minutes. And once we pass 7 minutes, we go to we go to $3.60 until 8 minutes. So you see the repetition of the steps there. All right, so hopefully you have an idea of how I'm creating these steps. Keep in mind that it's not always a closed circle over an open circle. Sometimes it will be reversed based on the scenario. All right, so you guys are going to try the third example on your own. I'll be around to help you guys out.